What's up, Fig fam? Welcome back to the Fig Heel YouTube channel. And today we're going to be unboxing the new Ultimate Edition Drew McIntyre. All right, guys. So I'm excited. If you are new to the channel, please go back and smash that subscribe button. Go back and watch some of our older videos. There's definitely stuff that you're going to enjoy. Make sure you follow me on Instagram or TikTok at Fig Heel for more information, wrestling figure news, reveals, and all of that. But today, we're unboxing the new Drew McIntyre Ultimate Edition figure based off of his WrestleMania XL gear, WrestleMania 40, which I'm excited about because I was at WrestleMania 40 with my friend Tommy Avalone. We had a great time, and I vowed that I was going to pick up all of the WrestleMania 40 representations in figure form. And here we are, a little bit over a year later, getting that in Drew McIntyre. Now here he is in the package, all of the pieces. There's a nice headshot of Drew right on the side. And then there he is getting ready to deliver the Claymore. And we have him just kind of stoic and staring into the eyes of his opponent. 6 feet 5 inches from Ayr, Scotland, the Claymore, WWE champion, world heavyweight champion. A lot of cool stuff on this one. It says the Scottish Warrior marched into WrestleMania XL with a massive chip on his shoulder. His match against Seth freaking Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship was perhaps his last golden opportunity, and he did not squander it. He won the title but took his eye off the prize as Damian Priest cashed in his Money in the Bank briefcase, ending McIntyre's reign as soon as it began. So Drew McIntyre was not champion for long, but a lot of cool Easter eggs in this figure. So we're going to take a look at all of them. So we're going to slice this seal, as we always used to say, on the Case Fresh podcast, my podcast with Fig Vault, which if you don't follow him on Instagram, you got to get over there. My man has a great collection, one of my best friends in the world. We're going to open up this Drew McIntyre. I'm pretty sure Fig Vault already has this one too. All right. So take this, put this out of the way. What we have is we have his wrist gauntlets here, because you got to take the small parts out first. Here's his wrist gauntlets. I guess you got to take the hand out of the wrist, slide these on, then put the hand back in, is my assumption of how that operates. We've got one of my favorite hands that they do, the open hands, kind of like that anger really spilling out. Then I love this. We got the deuces. We got the deuces for that CM Punk shirt recreation. I really wish that they would do a figure of Drew in the jeans and the t-shirt, in the main event line. I think that'd be really cool. We have the smirk head scan right there, which looks pretty good. The hair is perfectly groomed in the back. Great paint apps on this. Much better than my Jey Uso that I recently did. Here we have the meme head where he's doing that smile, perfect for those deuce hands, which I think is pretty cool. Not something we really expected, so it's very welcomed here. So here we have his entrance jacket, which is pretty cool, with the lapels just opened up in the sides. And there is the McIntyre logo. And now it's time to take the man out. But before we do, let's take a look at the Easter eggs on the box. This one says, the Scottish Warrior, once known as the Scottish Psychopath. And over here it says, I'm going to get the moment I earned. In reference to last year at WrestleMania. Man, this one's really tied in here. There we go. Bang. So the one thing I really dig about this is that he comes with a kilt, but I think this, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the first cloth goods kilt that we've gotten. And it's got the print of the chains on there, which is pretty cool. The zippers. Are they zippers? Not, or just more chains, I guess. Over here kind of look like zippers, but it's not. which is pretty cool. His gear's pretty awesome, honestly. It's the black and the white, but look how it's like textured. It's almost like got snake scales on the back, which I think is pretty cool. The knee pads, typical black with the white in the front. The back of his trunks matches his entrance gear with the M and the skull there. The head that he comes in, the stock head as I like to call it, is a more stoic stare, which I think is pretty in tune with his character at the time. Staring down CM Punk at the commentator's booth. But what we want to do is I want to get those deuces out. I want to put that meme head on. There it is. He's doing the... I think he was like on his knee too when he when he did this, which I think is pretty funny. There it is. Oh man, I gotta recreate the pose a little bit better. Not on the fly during the unboxing. But one thing I'm noticing while we're talking about it, I do notice that these the new pegs for some of these ultimates are very, very loosey goosey. But what we got to do is we got to dress this man up. We got to get him WrestleMania ready. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take his kilt. We're going to put that on. Velcroed in the back. Right there, the chains hanging. I mean, they're perfectly printed. It looks great. Looks great. We're going to put his entrance jacket on. And I am going to go out on a limb and say that this is the most toyetic Drew McIntyre figure that he's ever gotten. And I think it's a great one, replicating when he won the World Heavyweight Championship, albeit for a few seconds. And then we're going to put on his gauntlets. There we go. I'm going to put in the open hands because I like them. Gauntlets are tough to get on there with the wrist. I'll show you in a second. You got to slide them all the way down. And when you turn, they don't stay very well. So you kind of got to have it off to the side like that. But from the outside, looks pretty damn good. I do think that the arms they use for Drew are they're big, but I think they're slightly too small for Drew McIntyre. I do think that Drew is a very large man. And maybe that's because I've met him when I was on Wheel of Fortune. I played him. I played his team. So maybe that's why. But, dude, crazy. He's huge, by the way. He's absolutely massive. Mountain of a man. But, yeah, see, this one's tough to get on. Go and put the other hand in. Let's put the smirk head on you. Look at that. Drew looks great, man. So we got him here. He's got his kilt on. He's got the entrance gear on. He's got the gauntlets. Whoop, he's fallen. Pretty solid, man. I think it's a pretty cool figure. Easily his most toyetic one. I've always loved when he has the sword and stuff, but dude, this just blows it all out of the water. It really does. The gauntlets in the front, just they go hard, man. They go hard. Look at that thing. And I love how the hair comes and covers the skeleton on the M in the back, kind of covering up where the horns kind of stop on there. But one thing I'm noticing, man, this thing is not standing well. And this is an ongoing problem with these Vietnamese figures. Moving from China to Vietnam, they really don't. Especially Ultimates, I'm noticing, you really gotta keep on posing them and adjusting that ankle. And I'm looking at, he's still leaning back, man. He's still leaning back. But regardless, still a great figure. I'm digging it. Drew McIntyre, Ultimate Edition. Look at that thing right there. We got the deuces. Maybe I should have him hold them up, kind of like Jeff Jarrett. But I dig it, man. I'm here for it. I had to get this one. WrestleMania 40, Drew McIntyre. Comment below. Let me know what you guys think. Are you picking this up? It is available on Amazon.com right now, as well as Ringside Collectibles and pretty much anywhere you get wrestling figures because it is new to the scene. So would love to hear your thoughts on it. Make sure you guys smash that subscribe button. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok and come back for our next video. We're trying to do daily videos here, whether it be shorts or full length. So join us, guys. We got a lot of good stuff coming. We'll see you on the next one. Peace. Peace. Are you a wrestling figure collector of WWE Mattel, AEW Jazzwares, and everything in between? Then you need Fig Heel's Wrestling Figure Encyclopedia, the modern edition covering all releases from 2010 to present day. Featuring over 5,000 photos of action figures from the hottest brands, including independent toy makers. Keep track of what you have, want, and need, including loose, mock, and overall collection value. With shots by Matthew Goldberg, the Wrestling Figure Encyclopedia is a must-have for collectors. Premium full-color and value black and white editions available now on Amazon.com. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at FigHeel. Pick up my book series on Amazon and my merchandise on ProWrestlingTees.com/FigHeel. Join my official sponsor, Whatnot, at WhatHealed.com and receive $15 off your first purchase.